there, Virgo. Welcome to your reading. This is Yetta Pearl, and this is your general angel reading for the week of May 2nd through 8th of 2022. So, cards are a little slow. Oh, here they go. They're starting now. So I'll just ask if there's a pre-message for you. Nurturing, something about nurturing. It's for other people or other beings, not necessarily people. Somebody around you needs some nurturing, and it could be people, but it could be animals, it could be earth, it could be your home, something like along those lines. Something that that like you don't get a noticeable immediate benefit from doing this nurturing, other than how it feels on the inside of you. This being or thing or whatever that you are nurturing, it doesn't, there's an extra card, okay. It doesn't, it cannot provide you the feedback that we are used to, but it's still just as important to provide the nurturing. Okay. So let's see. So we have an extra card. Usually it's 6 cards, 3 and 3. Now this time it's 3 and 4 because an extra one popped out. So that's how we do it. Okay, so here is you. It's like your spirit, your psyche, yourself, some part of you is emerging just the way spring does. You know, when the new grass pops up and the daffodils pop up, the tulips, those kinds of things. It's just how you are being. It's like you've had this long winter, and now it's time for you to come out and get busy and get doing stuff and blossom. And it's not busy for the sake of being busy. It's learning all kinds of new things and feeling fresh with it. You know, it's diversity. And that's what keeps you going. Like there's new things to learn all the time. And you know, when you choose something or a few somethings and you learn them and they're working out well, then it's so satisfying. And so that is what they're showing me for you. It's like the garden coming up and producing and blossoming and, you know, making fruit, right? Yes, it's like results. Okay, so you can expect some results from this emerging that you're doing right now. And this is in yourself. This is your, like there's so much that you're learning. And these are essential things for you to learn, even though sometimes you can't see that yet. You don't know that. But anything that comes up that you do end up learning, that's good, because you're going to appreciate that knowledge later. So it's good. Okay. Yeah, and freedom. Like it's like, you see that picture? Yeah, that's what it feels like when you're emerging and you're in yourself and you're learning all these things and you can do all this more stuff now that you have all that knowledge. Then that leads to freedom, because now that you know how to do those things, or that you can provide that, whatever it is, for yourself, for your family, that means you're less dependent on other people to do that for you. And so that is definitely one of the types of freedom. Now, this could mean something different to you, that there's something going on that you've just been released from. And that is where this extra card comes from. Okay, a release. So, you know, sometimes this means other things, but for this time, what this means is there's something that has been like tethering you, sort of, that is now finished. And so you have your freedom from that. Feels pretty good. It's almost like, it's like you don't quite know what to do with it. though? So you'll have to emerge and grow into that so that you know fully how to utilize it, how to use all of it, right? You're used to not having that freedom. You're used to being tethered by something, but that's not the case anymore. So, the world is at your feet, is how this feels, that you have choices, so many choices. You've got it all laid out in front of you, and you can't quite do it all just because you're human. You've got a limit to your energy and time, right? But you can choose anything there and make a good go of it. Wow, that's really awesome. Okay, and yeah, so this is an amazing, amazing reading. So much abundance here, because this is you manifesting. Like, look at that. It's like all of these things that you're learning, that you have available to you, no matter what you choose, it comes forth and it produces, and it is the abundance. It's like if you plant an apple tree, you're going to get lots and lots of apples. If you, I don't know, plant something else, or if you buy a cow, I don't know where this is coming from. If you do those things, then they're sure to multiply and create more abundance for you. It's the most amazing thing. Maybe I've said this before. Other people, when they get goosebumps, that means it's absolutely true. When I get tears, then it's like that, and I've got tears. So yeah, it's alchemy. It's alchemy, like the Midas touch, right? Like whatever you're touching right now is turning to gold. Whatever you're doing right now is creating more, is multiplying. It's beautiful. And so there's a lot of harmony in your life right now. And some of you are sitting there going, oh, I don't know about that. Sometimes, okay, let me feel into this deeper. Sometimes you have to kind of check your own ego at the door. The harmony exists. It's your perspective that's creating a bit of disharmony. And it feels like it's not much. You know how when life is good, and then there's potential for it to get even a little better, then you kind of get so that you forget how good it is, and any tiny little ripple in that goodness then feels discordant. It's like those tiny ripples are feeling discordant to you because you've forgotten how good it is. That's how this feels. So have a check, like, of yourself, of your own energy, your own growth, everything around you that's just got such potential, and realize that anything that feels not in harmony is created by your perspective. And by changing your perspective, you can fix that. It won't be difficult. Okay. Anything that feels lacking or something to you is not truly lacking. How does that resonate? Feel into that and see, because there, it's across the board. There's a lot of different people watching and hearing, listening, right? So feel how that resonates with you, and if it doesn't, then that's okay. Leave it there. It's a group reading, right? So don't worry about that. Okay. Okay, and so which order? We're doing this one. Okay. So your angels would like you to remember to shield. Feels like, okay, part of that what they were talking about, your perspective, and you can change that, that's because you haven't been shielding. You've been taking on other people's stuff, a certain amount. So when you shield, you ask Archangel Metatron to clear all your energy so that you're starting fresh and new with only yours, only what's serving you. And then you ask for the rainbow shield. And, it contains all the colors. Each color contains its own kind of protection. So all day long, while you're going around with this shield on, it'll be fluctuating depending what you need most in that moment. And so in that way, you'll still be able to feel other people's energy, but you won't be able to, or you won't need to take it on for your own. And that protects you. You can still communicate, you can still read people, but you don't have to take on their energy or their emotions or things like that. So learning to shield is, and do this twice a day, every morning, every evening, because it is energy. It will kind of dissipate over time, right? So do that. And no matter where you're going, if you're going nowhere, you still do it, right? Just remember to do it. And that will really, really help you. That'll make it so that you can savor how good everything is. That it's like you can kind of do that right now, but you're forgetting, or you're unable to recognize how great this life is. Okay. Now, when you wake up in the morning, are you aware that you've dreamed? Some people are, some people are not. When you are aware of it, try and write it down, see what it means to you. You can go overboard, paying too much attention to the dream state at night. So try to have a grain of salt with it. Sometimes it's nonsense, right? This is also, though, your daydreams. What do you want? And let yourself daydream about that. Let it be the most amazing imagination you can have. What exactly do you want? How do you want it to look? How should it feel? How does it taste and smell? And yummy, right? What is that? What is your perfect life? Dream that up and focus on that for at least a few minutes every day and see how it comes about. Yeah. It feels like so much of your life is exactly how you like it right now that you won't have very much to actually manifest and dream up. That's how it feels. If this is just totally not true for you, then you let me know. But this is just the whole feeling that's coming through this whole reading is like this solid contentment, which is right there, right available to you with only a little tweak in your perspective. Okay, so here we have the daily guidance cards. And there we go, one last card. Now, there's something that may not go exactly according to plan. It's all good. It might not be your plan, but your guides, your guardian angels, that is their plan. If whatever it is that doesn't go according to plan, if it did, it wouldn't be the way you want it to be. Your angels can see that because they have that high vision, right? The far vision. And so they're redirecting that. It may very well come to pass, just not quite yet, right? Or something better will come instead. It's all good. It's all good. Okay. Thank you so much, Virgo, for joining me. I appreciate you very much. And I love you. And I'll see you next time.